Why yes, we are going to put the two fusion from deck fusions up against each other. First we've got Red Ice Dragoon Turbo. Very, very, very curseless. 21 hand traps plus Feather Duster. Effectively, you've got lots of starters plus prosperity. It's nothing too shabby. Then we've got Destroy Phoenix Enforcer. People are like, this is Dragoon 2.0. Well, to be honest, I do think it's better as an engine, but as a standalone boss monster, we're just gonna see how the two decks will kind of be. The hero package is a bit chonky, but you know, heroes have some plays. They've got cool OTK lines, so might as well play it. Celestial's not too difficult to get off with the draw 2. And being able to make a free link 2 with Malicious and Denier on the crackback, so you can go into another Verte and if you lost your Verte, of course, you can go into another Verte and make another DPE. I don't know in which scenario you would want to make a second DPE. Usually you just go for like Cross Crusader and do Honest Neos and then Dread Decimator. But regardless, same amount of starters and same amount of hand traps. 21. Well, I guess Strike isn't really a hand trap, but you know it's a disruption. 21 generic cards. Let's see how it puts up against some decks. First off, we have our in the red corner we've got Destiny Phoenix and Destroy Phoenix Enforcer Turbo against, I think it's True Draco Invoked. What is the what's the synergy? No one knows, but we'll just see how it goes. We're gonna go Mali for Mali, Denier, summon itself back, put back Mali, summon Cross Crusader, bring back Mali, get a search for Honest Neos, and Mali for another Mali, get a search for like let's go into Dread Decimator, and you know, not too shabby, two very, very big Chunguses, and a very good follow up for next turn. So he's gonna go ahead, go in for the Ignis play. He goes for for the Impermanence. I don't really care for it, so I just let it pass. Goes into Heritage for Tribute Summoning. He tributes over the Apocalypse. I am kind of forced to chain Phoenix Enforcer here, and he chains this Ignis. I did kind of misplay here. I just wanted to stop this Ignis from triggering too. But in the end, Heritage, now he gets to basically draw 3, which is stupid. Draws into Invocation, but realizes he's already normal summoned, so he decides to set 4, pass. Yep, Tikaboo. So in the standby phase, I summon back a Denier. The idea is to put Denier, put back a Mali, link off into like a Cross Crusader or something, bring back his DPE, and that way we got some extra plays going. But he decides to go for the Tikaboo. I'm not too on the fence with this, since you know Decimator is still a chunky man. So we can attack for some damage and pass. We've got Bell, Meister, neither of which are good. Bell is useless because of Magical Meltdown, so that's pretty bad. He goes ahead, uses the Disciple of True Draco Phoenix, does some stuff. I Ghost Bell, but that if I hadn't Ghost Bell, I think there was. Well, never. It wouldn't really matter. He had the diagram regardless, but yeah, he gets a free spell Trap Zone for the Invocation now, so that's kind of sad. Top deck's Instant Fusion, by the way, for 1009 Restrict, gets rid of my Decimator, links off into Nightmare Phoenix, because apparently there are no other Link 2s in the game. Goes in the diagram pop the Disciple, since he's already used it. Tries to use Invocation. I just decided to Meister it because I don't really want that Alistair back in his hand again and again. Draws one card of Heritage, tribute summons a Dynamite that he top decked. I thought this card was at a 1. I thought this card was at a 1, but I'm clearly incorrect. Sets the Waterfall of Dragon Souls and passes. Tikaboo is a big dude, but I top deck Fusion Destiny. We go into the DPE. DPE attacks for some damage. He's forced to use True Draco Apocalypse here, otherwise he's dead. And then DPE I'll just use to pop Diagram, since I don't want that coming back. I don't want him to just search again. I don't know whether he has another True Draco monster, so that's kind of why I did it. I just hope that he didn't have a True Draco monster and that nothing would happen. So DPE comes back in the standby phase, comes back every single turn as a free pop. Goes ahead and uses Heritage to tribute summon. I just kind of chain DPE because I want him to basically just waste his normal summon on the Alistair that I know he has. Invocation, summon out a Makaba, but that doesn't matter since DPE, once it comes, its attack reduction effect is pretty powerful, so that's pretty neat. Top deck Ghost Spell, not the greatest top deck on Earth, and he kind of just uses the True Draco thing right now. He uses Apocalypse, I chain DPE. He would have guaranteed game if he chained Makaba, I guess. Didn't do that for some reason. I do misplaying this turn too. I don't use Celestial Draw, but regardless, there really isn't much you can do under Tikaboo. I know I can pop it with DPE, but once that's done, it's just not worth the effort of going through the popping it. And I negate Invocation's Grave Effect with Ghost Bell, and then goes ahead, does some stuff, goes into Boral Sword. I want to say he top decked Dynamite 2 times in the game somehow. I thought this card was at 1. Yeah, just top decks it 2 times, and because of that top deck, he's able to just go for lethal right here. He didn't misplay, but it doesn't matter. He gets his searches, he gets his draws, and overall, the thing for a helmet deck, you want a powerful boss monster, not necessarily a recursive one. You want a monster that can just stand on its own and destroy your opponent no matter what it does. And DP is effectively less powerful than Dragoon, but its engine is a lot more splashable. Basically, we'll just see how things are on the Dragoon's end. Yep, Sky Striker, Mystic Mine in hand, insert monkey noises. But we're going first. Their hand isn't half bad. They've got the Ash for the ref, that's fine. We can use Trickster, Light Stage. I just want to deck in a bit for my Prosperity for 6. We hit, let's see, all of my Dragoon pieces. Well, we'll get the Imperm, because why not? Set 2, pass. Psalm Strike absolutely wrecks Sky Striker, like, on its own, it just destroys the deck. I do use Psalm Strike on Raise Effect, because that's effectively just Psalm Striking a Link Summon. And he's left with no resource apart from Mystic Mine. I top deck Ref, but it's not a big deal. I had the Nightshade anyway, so it wouldn't matter too much. And that set would be locked by Light Stage regardless. So I go for the Dragoon play and attack for 3,000. During the end phase, Light Stage will get rid of his set. He gets a draw off Belfoot's Fusion. He draws into an evenly matched. He uses evenly matched for 2 and passes. So we're going to go ahead, normal summon Light Stage, go into the Bloom, summon it back Bloom, go into Verte, attempt to send Magicalized Fusion, but he does have the Veiler. But that's fine, we effectively just have guaranteed game for next turn. What does he top deck? Well, realistically, it doesn't really matter what he top decks. Foolish Railguns, that's effectively Upstart thanks to Melfo's Fusion. What does he draw? An Afterburners, unfortunately, which he already had. We have the Dragoon Negate for the Mystic Mine, and we win. What are my thoughts? As a standalone boss monster, Dragoon is just infinitely better. It can be destroyed by card effects, has like really great protection. It can pop 2 cards, not just 1, and has an Omni Negate on top of that. Yeah, it's just absolutely insane. And as a boss monster, DPE cannot compare to that. But in terms of splashability, Dragoon can't compare to DPE either. You don't get punished for hard drawing the fusion card. You can easily just play 3. It's a lot more recursive. It's a lot more versatile as a card. It doesn't require discard. It doesn't require 2 hard bricks, since both bricks do inherently have some utility in the graveyard. If you're using Dasher plus Celestial, Dasher can summon a monster from hand. Celestial can just be a free draw 2 from out of anywhere, out of a losing game state. And effectively, if you want to run an engine, it's still kind of up to choice. If you're just like bent on running Verte, we can't really compare Dragoon and DP right now, since one is, well, only legal in the TCG and the other is only legal in the OCG. But in terms of, as I said, in terms of engine, DP might possibly be better. But as you saw in this showcase, Dragoon is just a very, very difficult boss monster to deal with. Is it ban worthy? Absolutely not. It's very, very, it's not that difficult to out, but it is just an extremely powerful boss monster, and it kind of does force you to deck build in some very weird ways, which is, well, people just underestimate how bad the 2 bricks actually hurt you. The 3 bricks, should I say. So, yeah, that's kind of it for today's video, and I'll see you later. Goodbye.